Have you ever felt stuck in life, like something is holding you back, even when there's nothing there? Let me tell you a story. There was once a man named Pola. The sun had set and the sky was fading into deep blue silence. He was too tired to continue his journey and began looking for a place to rest. On his way, he came across an inn run by an old, wise caretaker named Bagachi. Pola decided to stop for the night. He had his camel with him, as always, and like every night, he wanted to tie his camel before heading inside. But as he reached for the rope, he realized something. He had forgotten it. No rope. No way to tie the camel. He tried making the camel sit, coaxed it, pleaded with it, but the animal wouldn't budge. It just stood there, uncooperative. Frustrated and tired, Pola sat on the ground with his head in his hands. That's when Bagachi approached. "You seem troubled, friend. What's wrong?" the old man asked. Pola explained, "I'm exhausted. I want to rest, but I can't tie my camel. I forgot the rope, and the camel won't sit unless it's tied." Bagachi laughed softly and said, "Then tie him the way you usually do." "But I just told you I don't have the rope." "You don't need a real rope," said Bagachi, still smiling. "Just pretend. Pretend you have one. Go through the same motions. Trick the camel's mind." Pola was confused, but desperate. So he played along. He pretended to loop an invisible rope around the camel's neck, tied the other end to a tree nearby, and stepped back. To his surprise, the camel sat down, peacefully, calmly, as if it were truly tied. Pola couldn't believe it. He smiled, shook his head, and went in to sleep. Morning came. Pola woke refreshed, ready to move. He packed his belongings and went outside to wake his camel, but the camel wouldn't move. No matter what Pola did, yelled, pulled, pushed, the animal remained seated. Once again, Bagachi came over. "Why are you shouting at this poor creature so early in the morning?" Pola said. "I need to leave, but this camel refuses to get up." The old man chuckled again. "You tied him last night, right? Well then, untie him first," Pola protested. "But I never actually tied him. It was all pretend." "Exactly," said Bagachi. "Then pretend to untie him." Still puzzled but playing along, Pola mimed the act of untying the imaginary rope. And what happened next? The camel stood up, just like that. This story may sound simple, even amusing, but it carries a powerful truth about our own lives. You see, Pola's camel wasn't held back by any real rope. It was only bound by belief. And that's exactly how most of us live. We walk through life tied to imaginary ropes. We carry beliefs, fears, regrets, and identities that may have no basis in the present reality, yet they control our behavior. We say things like, "I can't change, I've always been like this. I'm not good enough. It's too late for me. I need this job, this relationship, this validation, or I'm nothing." But ask yourself, what's the rope? Where's the actual proof? Or is it just the mind playing tricks? Like the camel, we sit still in life, immobilized by invisible chains, chains of self-doubt, fear, old trauma, and limiting beliefs. And like Pola, we often forget we're the ones who tied the rope, and we're the ones who can untie it. But we must first realize that the rope was never real to begin with. This is what the sages and seers have been trying to tell us for centuries. Bondage isn't outside. It's not the job, not the relationship, not the bank account. The bondage is inside. It's the mind, conditioned, reactive, and afraid to let go. We are not stuck. We are not trapped. We're just believing in the rope. So how do we break free? Through awareness, through inner inquiry, through seeking knowledge, real knowledge that helps us see the illusion for what it is. And when we truly understand this, when we see the imaginary rope for what it is, then freedom is not something far away. It's here, now, waiting for us to simply untie it. You are not the camel. You are not the rope. You are the one who decides whether to believe or to awaken. If this story resonated with you, share it with someone who feels stuck in life. Let's help each other cut the ropes we've tied ourselves with. And if you want more such stories that awaken and inspire, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. because the path to inner freedom begins with one simple step: awareness.